Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Hey, Gloria, go ahead with your question. Thank you so much for the donation. Gloria, are you here with your question? Hey, Peachy Peach. How's it going? So Gloria donated. We have Gloria on the list for the first donation of the night. And then we have Levity as the second donation of the night. Thank you, thank you. Gloria says, had a reading where lady said that I was causing Cap to have a lot of anxiety and that he's not sleeping. I felt bad, so sent Cap a message telling him that I'm walking away. Oh, yeah, I mean, I saw that in the readings too, Gloria, but I mean, I think that with the anxiety that I was seeing, it was just because you were giving him other options and he was feeling torn, like he had to make some decisions. When before he just kind of saw life in one way, now he was kind of seeing that he had like other paths available to him. And that was making things harder for him. So I saw that too. I'm pretty sure in the reading we had the Nine of Swords come up, or something of the like in a few of the readings, but we'll see how he feels now about the message. You're not doing that great, Peach? I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Well, remember, you get a free reading too, so Peach, unless you have, you want to go really in depth or something, we can just do a free reading for you if you want. Um, if you are going to be around for a while, Peach, what we're doing is free readings. but donations, of course, take priority. Gloria's on the list. She's the first to donate tonight, and then Levity is number 2 for the donations. All right. So you want to know how he's going to feel after seeing the message? We'll see what the surrounding energy will be. Okay. Gloria and the Capricorn. What is the energy surrounding Capricorn? How will he feel about the message Gloria sent once he sees it? How will the Capricorn feel about the message Gloria sent once he sees it? Gloria, I think that overall, depending on what was in the message, he's going to feel better by way that it's going to grant him more perspective. I think that it's going to make him feel a bit lighter, maybe a little bit more unburdened, that maybe he won't feel so restless, so much anxiety. But I do feel like it's going to be heavy on his mind still. I still think that we cannot erase what's already happened. So I think it's going to give him a lot to think about. We have the 2 of Swords indicating that for some reason he still feels like a decision needs to be made, even after receiving the message, right? Still being undecided which way we're going to go here. And not really wanting to be in the energy of making any decisions. So maybe it's going to be, the energy will switch from anxiety and stress and burden to apathy and disinterest. And disinterest not in you, but disinterest in just making decisions in general. This energy is just very much like, I don't feel like doing anything about the situation. So I think overall what the Cap is looking for is just a way to feel grounded, right? With the Sun, this person's planted their feet on the ground. They have a bright future. They feel good. They feel positive. They feel happy. We're planting seeds. We're creating this future that we want. And with the Queen of Pentacles, it's someone very grounded, very down to earth. And I think that the issue is that the future is very unseen for the Capricorn. So I think overall the general energy here is that the message is going to help gain some perspective. At least figuring out maybe his feelings a little bit, but it doesn't change the fact that he still feels like a decision needs to be made. Even if that means that you completely, even if you've said, you know what, I'm letting go, I'm disassociating myself from the situation and detaching myself from the situation. You're saying, oh, here you said, I'm walking away. He still feels like that's your choice, but he still feels like he has a decision to be made with what he has available to him at the moment. Man, he feels pretty heavy. I would say the good thing is that there's not anxiety coming out of this reading. There is some indecision. There is some not really moving forward, backwards, or really making decisions here, but there's more lightness about this reading. There's a little bit more clarity about this reading. Well, not clarity, that's the wrong term. Perspective is the word I would use. He's gaining that perspective with this message. Gloria. And it's very possible that by you saying you're walking away, that may be just the perspective needed for him to be able to make a decision. But I think that right now, as soon as you say, okay, I'm walking away, he's going to think to himself, okay, well, I don't need to make a decision. I don't need to really decide right now because there's no timeline. But I think that he knows deep down that something needs to be done. A change needs to be made. We have the first card to flip over here was, oh, you're not for everyone. Embrace the weirdness and face your true north. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So this is actually a deck that I'm not super familiar with because I just got it a couple days ago. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Face your true north. That if this is not the situation for you, that your person will come along. So if you're holding out for the Capricorn, that's fine. But just know that if this isn't for you, then something else better is going to come along because what's meant for you is not going to pass you by. And then we have trust the timing. It says time is not running out. Trust the wave you came in on. A lot of this is basically like trust in the universe. Trust that what is meant for you will come your way, and that if you truly believe that the Capricorn is for you, the time is not running out. You guys will come back together. If you feel like this is it, time is done, it is what it is, then, and you're moving on, then it's saying to trust in that as well. But I also want to read from the book because, like I said, I'm just getting connected with this. I just activated this deck a couple of days ago. Don't waste your precious time and gifts trying to convince others of your value. Don't try to convince anyone to walk alongside you. Wow. Let the world see who you really are. Reveal your multifaceted, multidimensional nature. Don't dim your light according to who is in your presence. Own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are the same as you, can recognize you when you cross paths. So that is pretty beautiful. And then we also have trust the timing. I'm reading to you what's jumping out on the pages to me because that's my intuitive way to read this here. Trust the timing. The tides of your life are magnificently orchestrated to come in and out in perfect unison. Don't race ahead and ride a wave that was never meant for you. You'll waste your precious time and energy when instead you could be enjoying your life. Everything has a season and you're being called to trust the one you're in. Don't let impatience, comparison, competition, or paranoia disturb the seas. Man. Right now, you're being reminded to take a breath and trust the wave you came in on. Trust the season you're in. Time is not running out. There's plenty of time, and there's no need to rush. It's never too late. That's pretty amazing. So Gloria, that is what I have for you. These are your Oracle advice cards. And then also just to let you know that I do think that anxiety is being released for him. By you sending that message, that's going to be the energy surrounding it. The energy at the bottom of the deck too is just feeling, like I said, more grounded. So less anxiety, less in the head, a little bit more perspective. I wouldn't count the cap out completely out of the question if you still want that to be an option to you. Because like I said, he still thinks the decision needs to be made. But I think that you're going to be relieving some tension and he's going to feel less like on a timeline. And he's going to be able to make decisions more naturally and less stressed out. And I think that's going to be better for everyone in the end. So that's what I have for you, Gloria. I hope that resonated. Levity wants to know, how does R feel about me currently? You're welcome, Gloria. No. And will you turn off this light right here? The one right above me. Thanks. Okay, so this clump of cards keeps trying to come out because I think the top card. So I'm just going to go with that. Oh, I know my camera went out. I should be back in a second. Hello, everyone that's joining in. We are on Levity's reading right now. She donated. All right. So Levity, a weird thing happened when this card came out. It came out sideways, okay? So I'm going to read this in the light and the shadow side, and I want you to try to figure out how it resonates with that energy. A lot of times when it comes out sideways, it can mean that it was the one thing, and now it's turning in other directions. So we're going to go with upright for now. But anyway, so as far as feelings for you, this is a very positive reading, in my opinion, because this is this is telling me that there's some feelings about being generous, being appreciative of you, celebrating you, and loving you. Maybe wanting a new beginning, which is why I kind of feel like this card is turning. There's a passion here, maybe a new renewal or like a new flame. So I'm not sure if you've been with R in the past. I can't remember the relationship, but the Ace of Staves is about a new passion. So this can be a new relationship or this can be a renewal of a relationship, but think of it as kind of like the spark of a flame. There's just a beautiful symmetry here, a balance, a new beginning, and there's just a union here. There's just very good, healthy feelings. So with this card, the Ten of Arrows is the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is feeling defeated, feeling betrayed, or a loss of some sort. But when it's in reverse, it can mean that you feel a recovery of that, a regeneration. I mean, there is like a downside to that. It could mean that there's a fear of ruin or like an inevitable end, or you guys feel like you guys just are never going to work out. So there could be that fear there, like that energy within the relationship. So take with that what resonates. But to me, what it's saying, because you have so many beautiful cards surrounding this energy, is that once what maybe wasn't good, maybe separated, yeah. So once what maybe was not good, is now going to be good again, or is going to be good. So there was like a loss, right? So someone felt, maybe the relationship felt defeated, or you felt betrayed, or are felt betrayed, or something along those lines that caused the relationships to rift. But maybe the card is turning and it's saying that there's going to be a recovery, a regeneration. We have other things saying that because we have innocence, which is the Fool. This indicates new beginnings and being a free spirit and being very light and fun and free. And then we have the Ace of Staves, which is also the first of all the wands and indicates the new and the first of something, and a regeneration, a renewal of also passion. And we have just deep down inside, there's still this love there, right? We have a deep breath and merry motive. So this is also a new deck that I got. We have the number 7 and the number 20. It almost seems like magic is happening here. And a deep breath, just taking a renewal, right? Just taking a deep breath in. Every time you breathe, you're breathing in oxygen, you're breathing in and you're, circulating blood and all of that all throughout, and you're creating anew. And it kind of goes along with the reading here, but with the other one, I do want to look into my little book here because I am learning this deck. A merry motive. It just seems like very good things. This almost seems um, like an ace card, right? Like the beginning of something new. So we have a deep breath. Trusting in the universe as a way to release fear is what it's saying. So this card, remember when I mentioned like fear of ruin? Like it could say that there's a surrounding energy that you could be scared that this relationship is not going to work out. So this card is, the key concept is trusting in the universe as a way to release fear, right? The fight or flight mode. If you genuinely expect danger or a projection of a threat without a substance. So it's just saying to, breathe in, trust in the universe. Fear is asking for your attention and healing right now. You or another are operating from the position of fear. If you also see red flags, you might be headed towards genuine danger, perhaps repeating a lesson you don't need to learn again. You can honor this kind of fear by saying thank you and protecting yourself by choosing another path. In this moment, you have all it takes to make this shift. But on the other hand, if the fear surrounds the idea of taking the risk, be mindful, radical, and trust in accepting the discomfort of a new, which is what I was talking about, is called for you as you move out of your comfort zone. Ask for courage, take a leap into the unknown, and know that all will be well. So it's saying, is this coming from a place of fear, ego, or is it coming from a place of love? Is what it's asking you to really sit with yourself and think if you want this relationship again. And then we have a merry motive. Which is number 20. It says knowing your own motives, understanding what drives you to meet your goals, the momentum your attention creates the wisdom behind your intentions. You've chosen a path, you've set your intention, you've begun to move toward a goal. You feel compelled to keep going. You must choose to be in the flow of the experience, relishing in the moment. Surrender your expectations to the higher power rather than being guided by your limited self. The most important aspect to consider now is where you find a place to focus, because that's where the energy will flow. If you're resentful, the outer world will show you more opportunities to be resentful. If you're envious of others, competitive, and overly ambitious, you will always feel as though you aren't enough. If you focus on gratitude and compassion, you'll be given even more reasons to be grateful and loving. So it's saying focus your attention on what you want to see more of. I also noticed what I didn't notice before when I first saw these cards, according to the guidebook, is that this is a lot about healing too. And if you guys are separated, his feelings towards you are beautiful. If you guys end up getting back together, though, these cards are directing you in the way of healing, and stating that focus less on the resentment and the things of the past and more on the healing and more on the intention of that and shifting the focus a little bit. So maybe that's not what you were asking for, but for some reason Spirit wanted to relay that message. But as far as the feelings for you, all very beautiful. I think that things are shifting around. There's just a release and a renewal, and there's that love there, right? The love here, and I do want to point out, the love is the Lover's card. It's a major arcana card, which signifies this person is a very significant person in your life. Because the major arcana cards plays a role with major themes and major people or major lessons and things like that. And this is his feelings for you basically means that you're a significant person in his life. So, yeah, absolutely. All right. So Thea wants to know, why will my love situation be in the next few months? Oh, you want to know what will your love situation be? So you want a love reading for the next few months. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thea, love for the next few months. I actually see really good things for you in the next few months when it comes to love. Um, I see actually a masculine coming in, depending on whatever your interest is, but this is a masculine King of Cups. So this person is going to be a loving, more emotional type of personality than any of the other suits. Um, they're generous, they're acknowledging of your feelings, and they're emotionally balanced and stable and intellectual. They can very much articulate their feelings um, and communicate with you very well. So if you are feeling a certain way about something and you communicate that or express that to them, they will acknowledge you and they will be able to reciprocate and communicate back, and you will be able to have just this very loving, open, safe space. Um, the King of Cups is just that type of energy. So this person is a romantic. This person maybe even a creative. This person is likely to be a water sign. Doesn't have to be. Um, but if they're not a water sign, then they probably just have a lot of these characteristics. Um, I see being in this relationship, maybe possibly enlightening you a little bit more, maybe awakening you spiritually. Um, we have the Wisdom card, which is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is about knowing your um, inner wisdom and inner knowing, your subconscious thought and your intuition, and becoming emotionally connected and energetically connected with someone who's so intuitive themselves, I think might help you become more so that way. This person's probably going to come in pretty quickly in the next couple of months. I would say sooner rather than later, because we do have the Eight of Staves, which indicates very quick moving, swift action. Think that you're going to have a very playful relationship between the two of you. The Five of Staves usually indicates conflict with the Five of Wands. But when I see it in this deck, typically, especially surrounding such loving energy, I see it as more of a playful nature, especially since they have smiles on their faces, almost like they're play fighting. Um, we have the Ace of Coins, which indicates new prosperity, new opportunity, and manifesting what it is that you want in your life. And then we also have the Two of Cups, which is a very deep spiritual connection. It's my signifier of a twin flame relationship. So, at the very least, I do feel like you guys are going to be connected on a soulmate level. So, this person coming in is going to mean a lot to you in the next few months. We also have temptation. Temptation is the devil. Um, so the devil can be about the things that hold you back, the things that um, keep you from being the best version of yourself. So maybe you'll be doing a lot of shadow work. You might be working on a lot of things that you've been suppressing, and maybe through this enlightenment, you will be um, working on these things that are stopping you from being the best version of yourself. Maybe this person will help you through those things. Um, because a lot of the times, if they really are your twin flame, they kind of hold up a mirror to your soul and they challenge you and they show you the things that you need to work through, because they essentially are your other half. And so they're not going to be um, they're going to be gentle with you in your feelings, but they're not going to be liars. They're going to be honest with you, and they're going to challenge you, and they're going to try to help you be better. So it may be that you're going to be going through an enlightenment, like I said, but also evolving and growing and things like that. But also temptation can signify sexuality and things like that. So you guys might have a really deep connection in that way, intimately. So That is what I'm seeing for you. And let me pull up a couple oracle cards, Thea. Thea, are you my follower that is French, I think? I hope, if so, I'm speaking slow enough so that you can understand. Oh, they're telling me to do the Whispers of Love. Where's that one at? I want to give you messages from this one. You have embraced your emotions, allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. So I think that actually is very fitting considering what I was talking about with the King of Cups, and releasing those emotions and allowing those emotions to be accepted, expressed, and acknowledged. And then also that shadow work that I was mentioning before. Via love. And then we have romance. Lavishing the one you love with personal attention and affection. So that is what's coming up for you for the next few months, Thea. Pretty beautiful. All right. My next donation is Vanessa. Vanessa wants to know, will AB reach out, stay in communication? You're welcome, Thea. All right, so, Vanessa, right now between you and AB, it does not look like he'll be reaching out. So if he's not reaching out, he will be staying in communication. When asking that question, yes or no, we got the transformation card, which is the death card, and that typically indicates no. I don't like to do solid yeses or nos. I like to say no, or I like to say unlikely or likely, favorable or unfavorable. So I always use as unfavorable or unlikely that he will be reaching out surrounding the current energy of the way that he's thinking or AB's thinking right now. As far as the energy surrounding your communication, it just looks like right now we're doing, it's going to be a lot of work, a lot of effort to try to get communication going. With the 8 of Coins, this indicates like a lot of work. It can indicate engagement, as in like you're engaging in conversation and communication, but I typically go off of the cards surrounding this, and to me, that's just putting off the vibe that this is going to take, like, it's going to be like pulling teeth to try to get this person to reach out right now. I think we're doing a lot of reminiscing of the past, thinking about memories and how things have been or were, or something along the lines of reminiscing of the past right now. So that's kind of the things surrounding the communication. We also have the King of Arrows, so this person's being maybe kind of cold and distant. And then we also have the Ten of Arrows. We're feeling at a loss and a little bit defeated, possibly at the lack of communication. And then the underlying energy is Five of Arrows, which can indicate conflict or tension of some sort. Again, loss, defeat. I'm not sure if there was a betrayal of some sort, but these two cards can also indicate betrayal or feeling betrayed, causing a loss or an ending. But that's kind of the energy right now. Now, everyone has free will and energies are fluid and things can change. But right now, if I'm just being perfectly honest with you, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Makes sense. We spoke and he's moving for work. Okay. Makes sense. We spoke. He's moving for work and we decided to stay friends, but realistically, I feel communication will die down. Yeah. I mean, this actually is Ten of Swords. So this is indicating like when all the swords are put in person and like they're basically like limp on the ground and like they have all 10 swords in their back. Like it's kind of like it's dead, it's over, you know, that can kind of indicate that as well. So I'm not saying that it's a done because typically 10 indicates endings and endings always have a new beginning. But I would just say right now it seems like it's probably not going to happen. It's funny that you mentioned work too because this is a work card. 8 of Coins is about working a lot, putting a lot of effort into something that you're working on. Whether that's a passion project, work in general, just work in your personal life, just putting a lot of work and effort into something. So, but let me pull Oracle card and see if there's any additional clarity or advice from Spirit for you, Vanessa, from this. We have number 19, Waking the lion. Wow. Oh my gosh. Vanessa, are you ready? Okay. Boldness. The courage to move forward even without knowing the way, facing that which is difficult or painful. The audacity to step into the unknown. Regardless of the outer conditions right now, you can't wait for your fear to lessen before you move forward. In fact, despite the chaos and seeming disarray, you must be bold. Whatever your trepidation, act as if you have deep trust that all will be well. Facing that which is difficult or painful. That is the act of making this leap, no matter the final outcome, awakens the lion within. Waking the lion. Interesting. So that is what you're being called to do right now. That is your advice, Vanessa. That is what I have for you, okay? You're welcome. Lexi wants to know anything or anyone coming towards me this month. Or even January. Lexi, is this in love? Or when you say anyone, are you looking about love? Are you wanting just a general reading for January and December? Do you want me to just do that? Or do you want a specific love reading for January and December? Okay, general. Gotcha. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for the donation. Hey, Tamara, how are you? All right, Lexi. All right, so this is December. This is January. Wow. Okay, December. I know we're like a quarter of the way through, but um, I almost feel like with the tower, something's gonna happen here with the tower. I don't know if there's like a change, an epiphany, an actual physical change that happens, a move, a job change. I don't know. There's something that happens to you that's like a really big shift, like a life change that happens. I don't know if it's like a spiritual awakening. Like I said, it could be an epiphany. It could be just like, or it could be something that happens in like your day to day life that changes. Something's happening in December. Um, just want to throw that there. You see heartbreak card. I'll tell you about that card in a minute. Um, I feel like, because I was going to say, here you go with your walls up. This is you saying, I don't have feelings anymore. I've got walls up. So the Nine of Wands is about someone who's been through a lot. They have their guard up. They've got a lot of scars, a lot of wounds, and they basically don't want to let anybody in, right? Do you see the look on her face? She's like, nope, no one's coming through this. I'm not letting anybody in. Um, but in December, I feel like you're gonna, though. I feel like you're going to have this kind of shakeup where, oh, you said you did have something today, but it was really good. You won your court case. Oh, there you go. That might be what that is there. Um, Something that was making you feel like very like anxious and worried and restricted, and you felt like you couldn't control it, and it was just making you feel really tied up. If that was the case, that's possible. That's what that was. Um, December is going to have you feeling pretty free, I would say. You're going to feel pretty passionate, um, happy, free spirited, that kind of thing in the month of December. I know that December, if you celebrate the holidays, it can make a lot of people feel pretty low and depressed, or it can make them feel really happy. It's a, for a lot of people, it can be either end of that spectrum. But I think that you're going to feel very grounded. The Eight of Pentacles indicates being engaged in something, being proud of something, and working towards something that makes you proud of that. So I don't know if you're just continuing to work on yourself, continuing to work on your life, for the betterment of yourself. But it has to do with the pentacles, so it's making me feel like it has to do with something that's going to make you feel more secure in your day to day life. We also have the King of Pentacles, which is about King of Pentacles is like the epitome of having whatever it is that you want, because the King of Pentacles is the highest suit. The suitor that can create and manifest what it is that they want in their life. So they're the creator of abundance. They're the best manifestors. They're so grounded. They have basically everything that is that they want. So that's the underlying energy, and I'm kind of feeling like you're trying to work towards just the betterment of your life in the month of December. That's probably a lot to say for 1 month, but I feel like your mindset's kind of shifting to like future plans maybe, or like what I do today is going to affect tomorrow, that's going to affect the next day. It's kind of like where this is going here, kind of what this month is looking like to me. Just trying to find a way to give yourself more security moving forward. Um, so that's pretty awesome. Congratulations on winning that court case. And I want to say that that's very possible. That's what that tower is. What I love about the deck, whenever I see the tower in this one, is that it's a transformation of positive change. A lot of times when you see the tower, you see people falling out of it, and like it looks like their whole life is in total and utter chaos. But this, to me, you see butterflies, you see transformations, you see like lightning hitting it and almost like it's shaking it alive, you know? So to me, whenever I see the tower in this deck, I think of it as like a very positive, powerful transformation, something that's for the betterment of you and your life. And so that's why I'm thinking it could be um, the court case, or, you know, sometimes the tower could be a breakup, but it's for the betterment of you. So I'm not saying you're breaking up with somebody, I'm just giving that example, but that's what I see with this deck. So you said, yes, my mind is definitely shifted and my world feels lighter since this court stuff is done. Just wanting to keep working on myself. That's definitely what I'm seeing. Just keep it up. We have for January, again, you're still planting the seeds. You're still putting in that work, putting in that effort. You're like, this is the new year. I'm going to keep working on what it is that I'm going into this year, trying to keep that focus and keep that mind right. So you're continuing to plant those seeds because you still have that vision for a better life. For January, it's very possible that you are going to find somebody because we have a union here with the Two of Cups. So this is a, excuse me, soulmate connection. Very possible that it is a twin flame connection. This is about romantic relationships and connections, attraction, coming together. So when you asked if there's anyone coming towards you, I believe it's a love connection coming towards you in January. We also have King of Cups. So King of Cups is typically a water sign, doesn't have to be, but this is I don't know if you were here when I was explaining the King of Cups, but this is someone who's emotionally stable, controlled, emotionally intellectual. They can reciprocate feelings and acknowledge yours. They can express them very well and articulate how they feel very well. They're romantic, they're creative. Um, they're not like crying all the time, because I know a lot of people's like, oh, water signs are so emotional, like they just cry. No, like this is a person that is not like crying all the time. They're just able to express themselves very well. Like if you are going to have a heart-to-heart conversation, they can have that conversation back with you and make you feel safe enough to be able to express those feelings. They're just very generous people. The reason why the Three of Swords came up here, I don't think this indicates that you're going to have a breakup in January, especially if you're not with anybody, so that doesn't make sense. My initial thought when I saw this was previous heartbreak, right? So that could mean somebody coming back in January that you've been in a relationship with in the past. Not saying that it's this person, but I'm saying that somebody could try to come back around in January. Or issues from the past could resurface in this new relationship. So you could be bringing problems and insecurities that you've had from the past into this relationship. So it's something to be very mindful of, to not do that, because it can cause conflicts. When I was shuffling, just before these two cards came out, the Five of Swords was trying to come out. And that's about conflict, tension, things like that. Trying to, win an argument or be right or whatever. So just be careful that, this person isn't paying for this person's faults or this person's issues, and that you're trying to still heal yourself, and you're not bringing like past insecurities into future relationships. So that's what I saw with that. I'm not saying you're going to have heartbreak, right? But remember, keep in mind that it is possible that could mean someone from the past is coming back. If it was paired with the Six of Cups, then I would say 100% that's very possible. Someone from the past is coming back. But it didn't. That card didn't come out. So I would just say just be mindful of how you're feeling. Be very aware. Really sit with yourself that if, this person is coming in January, that we're not carrying in those feelings into that relationship. But overall, I think you're going to feel very accomplished, very complete, very happy in January. We have an underlying feeling of just passion. Again, you start with passion, you end with passion. The Ace of Wands is a sense of renewal. Because it's the ace, it's the beginning. So I think in January, you're just going to feel even better than this month. You're just going to feel refreshed, which hopefully you would, right? Because it's a new month, a new year. And just that kind of just comes with the territory of just kind of giving you that start over kind of feeling. And I think more so for you, especially since you said that you feel lighter because you're not having to carry the weight of this decision, this court case. So I think that overall you're just going to be feeling really inspired, more powerful, more passionate, more just overall potential in the beginning of the year. So that's what I have for you, Lexi. I can pull a oracle card if you'd like. I got a couple new decks. Oh, shoot. I dropped that. I can do the Starseed Oracle for you. I can do the Oracle of the Seven Energies. I think for you, really, you would benefit from either one. So really just wants to know if you want to know more about, like, energies, or if you want to know more about messages from Spirit. Or I can do angel messages for you. Energies, okay. Lexi, we have Earth Magic. So remember I was saying just feeling, I don't know if I said it for you, feeling more, was that for you or not? This is making me feel more grounded. When I see this, it's just, maybe that wasn't for your reading, but we definitely have Earth energy here with the Pentacles. No, I definitely was talking about being more passionate, but we have some Earth energy here. So let's see what we've got. We have being grounded in nature. The quiet, dark place where all things begin, where essence is first ignited before manifestation, knowing you are part of the earth and she is part of you. Earth magic speaks to the intrinsic relationship that you and all living things have with the consciousness of the earth, also known as Gaia. Imagine the oak tree that begins its journey as an acorn gathering the life force energy it needs from the earth so it can sprout up from the ground. Because you are part of nature, you follow the same cycle of manifestation. Everything you are, your evolution, and the successful manifestation of your dreams begin below the surface of consciousness until an idea comes, conviction takes hold, and something meaningful can be planted. So that's kind of like this card, actually. It's basically saying that your thoughts are kind of like the seeds that you're planting, and it kind of looks like they're sprouting up here. Be still for a moment, quiet your thoughts, and imagine anchoring your energy to the sacred quality of being part of the living earth. Do this mindfully to connect to the divine. This message now is to trust that the seeds you've planted in your field of dreams, which I specifically use those words, are in good hands. The seeds you've planted in your field of dreams are in good hands. Let that resonate for a minute. The earth is a conscious divine source of love that is doing its part on your behalf. Great magic is germinating underground, working its way to the surface to deliver more blessings than you can imagine. Let it. So what it's saying to you is blessings are coming. They're on their way. The universe is working in your benefit, in your favor. Literally earth magic. So I think that's beautiful. And I think that honestly you got that message today before even this reading, just from the outcome of how things are going for you right now. So that is what I have for you, Lexi. Shantae wants to know, can you tell me Shawnee's current feelings? Okay. Shantae, is Shawnee a friend, a love interest? You got a huge one today. You can't wait. You deserve it. Honestly, you've been to hell and back. You need a break. Yes. Absolutely. You're welcome, Lexi. Friends with benefits. Okay. Shantae, so these feelings are pretty romantic. I would say they're pretty pure. The Three of Cups I know gets a lot of people because it looks like it could be, that you're not the only one. So I would say with that, the only thing that's alluding to me that since it's a friends with benefits situation, that just be careful that if you guys are not exclusive and you want to be, that there could be somebody else right now, but that may be something that's okay with you because you guys haven't had the conversation. But as far as like his feelings for you, I'd say that they're pretty strong. With the illusion card, we have the moon. So this is things that are in the subconscious, things that we kept hidden, kept secret. That's not to say that he's keeping secrets from you, but it's that he's not being fully transparent with you. Could mean that he's not telling you his true, or Shawnee, I'm sorry, is Shawnee a girl? It might be a girl. But Shawnee is not telling you their true feelings. So I'm not sure what is being kept hidden here by Shawnee, but there's a possibility that they are being completely honest with you about something. However, the feelings that are there, we have love. Not to say that they actually love you, but they have the feelings there are strong enough to know that there is the potential to love you at some point. We have the strength card, which male. Okay, so we have this strength card, which is basically saying that there's a determination when it comes to you, that they feel basically there's like a will when it comes to you. They almost like a desire or something of some sort when it comes to you with that strength card. It basically says that the two of you together are strong together. The strength can actually mean just strength in general, but there's a control and a compassion with those feelings behind it. We have the Six of Coins, which is about being generous and like giving and accepting, offering, and basically just that back and forth of that give and take. And so I think that he kind of feels like the relationship's kind of mutual, that maybe you guys are on the same page and that you guys give and take equally or balanced in some way. Whether you feel that or not, you guys work really well together as friends. We see the Three of Coins, which is like teamwork and working together really well as a team to create fulfillment. But there is this romance here with the Prince of Cups. And the Prince of Cups is the Knight of Cups, which is the Knight in Shining Armor, I say, of the deck, which is someone who basically wants to just be extremely romantic, who wants to go on dates, who wants to do all of the typical romantic things that you do at the start of a relationship and throughout a relationship, but they have romance on the mind. So, they're typically very charming, but when it comes to this specific suit, this specific type of card, they're relationship type of people. So I don't really know how long this friends with benefits thing is going to like fulfill or satisfy him. He said he doesn't. Let me go back to what you said. He doesn't express his feelings. Well, that doesn't surprise me because we have illusion. We have things being kept hidden. Illusion is the moon. So there's a fear here of expressing how we feel because of a insecurity maybe or anxiety of some sort. Um, Illusion can also mean literally trying to put an illusion a front, right? Like trying to look like there's something that they're not, or trying to, maybe he has stronger feelings for you than he wants to admit or something. Or maybe they're deep in his subconscious and he's not willing to confront those feelings right now. There's something going on here with this illusion card, which is actually the moon card. I want to say, though, that the feelings for you go deeper than the surface. They're deeper than this friends with benefits. It's more, see, even with this, it's more passionate than what meets the eye, from what I'm getting from this reading. Yeah, he doesn't want to admit his feelings for me, but I can tell them we're together. You know. I mean, like, there's definitely something there. And I mean, this Three of Cups can also indicate that, like, he maybe tries to, act like you're not the only one if he ever tries to show that, but maybe in his mind that you are an option that he wants to pursue and like the only option, but maybe he's trying to make it not as serious. I don't really know. But the Three of Cups is also a very good card because the Three of Cups can also indicate celebration and being happy. And, this is also a friendship card too. And to me, this person looks like they're in a wedding dress with the bridesmaids. So that's how I view this card in this deck, is that there's some serious feelings going on here. Shani is focusing on love. So that's what this card says. So I don't think his mind is on the benefits part of the relationship, the friends part of the relationship. I think that it says have faith, trust your faith in the situation. So if you feel like, I would say that means trust your intuition. That's kind of how I view it. That's how I'm taking this, is trust your intuition. Yeah, he acts like you're not the only one. Ugh. I had a feeling. My advice, and I've always been this way, this is just how I've always been, not everybody's the same way, is I've just always been very direct. I've always been like, this is how I feel, this is what's on my mind, you in or you out. So if you feel that way, if you want to take it to the next level, and you feel like that's where you are, you need to be like, I respect if that's not where you are, but this is where I am, and I just wanted to let you know. And I feel like there's nothing stronger, more attractive than someone saying, this is how I feel, no pressure on you, but this is what I want, and I just wanted to let you know. this is where I stand. So you make a decision off of that. And if you're not ready and you want to keep doing things how you're doing them, then keep doing things how you're doing them. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're getting to the point where you want to be more and you feel like there could be something more, my motto is don't waste any more time. Yeah. Is he the light skin with the nice eyes? Oh. There were some beautiful cards in there. And if he views you like the Lover's card, that is union, relationships, alignment in values, beliefs. The Lover's card is a major arcana card, which means it like plays a role in major and significant life themes. So the Lover's card coming out in regards to how someone feels about you is not a light thing. So I honestly feel like it's worth it to have a conversation if you're ready for that. You're welcome. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, so Liz wants to know, how is Ruben currently feeling about me? How is Ruben currently feeling about Liz? How is Ruben currently feeling about Liz? Oh, they're telling me to reshuffle. Hold on, Liz. Hold on. Liz, I feel like some of your energy is coming through in this reading because there's a lot of like feminine, divine feminine. Um, but you guys are distant from each other, right? There's no communication. Or if there is communication, there's conflict of some sort. Wait, what am I picking up here? Yeah, something feels heavy. Liz, you are what? What are you? Sorry, my video is a little bit delayed. There's some estrangement here, some disconnect. We have the Four of Cups feeling kind of like disinterested. And I feel like, because this is, I don't know why, a lot of times this can be in, the feminine or the masculine energy, but something about this makes me feel like this could be you. I don't know why I'm just getting a lot of like you here. Yes, we are Aries. Oh, I stopped talking to him. Oh, I stopped talking. Okay, Liz stopped talking to him because I don't want to be his friends with benefits anymore. He's a Libra. Okay, this is making a little bit more sense. Okay, so this is you. This is him, right? He has feelings for me but doesn't do anything about it. Okay, so this is causing a little bit of strife. So, got it. This would signify the Three of Cups, friends with benefits feelings then. Because this is indicative of friendship here, this Three of Cups. And it could also indicate that you are not the only one, the Three of Cups. We also have the Five of Cups, which is, or Five of Staves, I'm sorry, which is the Five of Wands. This can indicate conflict, but a lot of times when I see it in this deck, I also see it as like a playful nature, so I'm kind of thinking like, maybe this is causing conflict within, in between you guys. But I don't think that he looks at you. I think he looks at you fondly because I think the times that you guys did spend together was not unpleasant. We have the Ten of Arrows, which is loss, defeat, and defeat in the way to where it would make sense because you feel like you didn't really win, right? You lost something that you wanted more from that you didn't get because he didn't provide, right? He couldn't live up to what it is that you wanted. Oh, he lied about a girl. Okay. So that would make okay. This is making a lot more sense now. Um there was just like a lot happening here and I was like really stuck for a minute. Okay. Um I think though with the Ace of Coins, I will say I think that he still thinks that he has a chance with you. And whether that be true or not, I think that he still thinks that. Because we have the Ace of Coins. For some reason, he still thinks he has opportunity. He still thinks that there's potential here. The underlying energy is Ace of Arrows, which is clarity and breakthrough. This could also mean like victories and things like that. I would not be surprised if he tries to come back around again. That's just how guys like this are. That's just how it goes. Even though it broke your heart, right? Even though like it because you know the thing about friends with benefits is it's like unless you truly are in it for that specific reason, you can develop those feelings and you can say, oh, I'm not attached, I'm not in this, I'm we don't have a title. But damn if you don't get hurt just the same. Damn if you don't break your own heart because you got involved in something and you developed feelings for someone that could not deliver, right? So, as far as the feelings for you go, I would say, if I'm being honest, they're not romantic feelings are not coming up. Per se, maybe if I kept digging deeper or something like that, I could unlock some more information, but I feel like, honestly, it's more like a conquer mindset. It's more like a conquer, like I can always have this opportunity. It's more like a can I get her again kind of thing. Could this happen again? I mean, I don't think that he's intentionally doing it to hurt you. I don't think that his intention is to like break your heart or make you sad or anything like that. But for whatever reason, I think in the back of his mind, he still thinks that he might have a chance. The reason I think that is because we have a lot of ace energy here, and that means new beginnings, new potential, things like that. But yeah, your energy was mixed in a bit, which is why I was I think that's why I was a little bit confused what was happening, but oh, I'm sorry. That's hard. You deserve better than that though, that's for sure. Wow. Smoke and mirrors. Number 42. Smoke and mirrors. So as I've been telling everybody, these are some newer decks that I'm working with, so I'm going to read some things that pop out. This is for you, Liz. Key concepts. Seeing through the lens of past conditioning. The inability to recognize the truth of what's being offered. healing from misguided perceptions, moving beyond the illusion, being accountable for your biases in the way the world is viewed. We have an innate fear that what we see is all there is. Although we know deep down there is more, we are suspicious of it. Our fear of death results from this kind of perception. The entire world is a construct of smoke and mirrors, and our job is to discover the truth that lies beyond this illusion. Ask yourself if what you see is really what you are looking for. Oh, it says ask yourself if what you see is really just what you are looking for. So that's a really good question because it happened to me today, honestly. You know, if you have a crush on somebody, for example, like every little thing that they do, if you like them and you want them to like you, you're going to perceive every little thing that they do as like an intention towards you and like them liking you back, right? So you have to really ask yourself if what you see is really just what you're looking for. Do they really like you or are they just being nice? So it's like, what are the smoke and mirrors? That's just an example. What do you sense beyond your intellectual assessment of what is? With the smoke and mirrors, it says to trust the inner voice that reminds you that you truly will find what you seek and more, even if outer conditions appeal to challenge that. It's all smoke and mirrors. Things are not exactly as they seem. And I think that's important for you, Liz. Things are not exactly as they seem. When it comes to Ruben, this is like, I need you to remember this card. This card coming out for a reading for him is very important for you to trust your intuition. Every single time there's an interaction, if he comes back around, really sit with yourself and think to yourself, like, is this real? Is this coming from love energy or is this coming from ego energy? So is this a smoke and mirrors? Is this an illusion or is this real? Because it's saying that not everything is as it seems. So that's your card. And actually, even though I haven't had this deck for very long, that's the first time that card's come out. So that was actually really cool. That is what I have for you, Liz. Alright guys, my camera's going to shut off for just a minute. Hey Peach, I'm going to go ahead and close the donation list at 9. So it's 8:26 where I am, 8:26 p.m. So I'm going to close it at 9 o'clock. So in 30 minutes. Because I want to wrap up pretty soon after 9 o'clock. Since it's a work night. All right. All right, so this spoke to me. I saw, what do I need to work on to find true love? All right, so this is an energy blocks question. So we're going to do some oracle. What do I need to work on to find true love? Sorry, my camera is not back on. Give me a second, guys. What do I need to work on to find true love? Alright, what does Andrea need? Andrea, this is for you, or Andrea, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Whoa, that's a positive one right off the bat. It's actually not an advice card, but it's telling you that obstacles and blocks are being lifted already. So let's see what else we've got. All right. So this isn't going to be a tarot reading for you, Andrea, because this is energy blocks. So we have rhodochrosite. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We have sodalite. We have what you need to do is the two things that are most important right now are to be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. So what that I take is that a lot of times that we've been through breakups, trauma, anything of the past, that it doesn't even just have to be in regards to romantic relationships. It could be in regards to friendships. It can be in regards to like the child within us that we didn't heal from. Those are all triggers. Those are all things that sometimes we don't move on from, sometimes that we haven't fully healed from. And sometimes we need to really sit with ourselves and we need to say, what do you need? You know, we need to ask ourselves, what do you need? What do you need to heal from? We need to try to be our better selves, our higher selves, and ask ourselves, what is it that you need to heal from? Because a lot of times there's traumas and there's things that maybe we think that we've healed from, but maybe our physical body has not moved on from. And so what this is saying is you need to be gentle with yourself and understand that even though you've probably done some deep healing and you've probably moved on and done so much, that there's probably still some things that have not fully healed and not fully recovered, and to be gentle with yourself. Be okay with that and understand that this is going to take time. We also have socialize and join in. So this is another good thing here. Make healthy and supportive new friends and connections by getting involved with a group of like-minded people. For whatever reason, intuitively, I'm picking up that it's possible that you might meet someone through friends. Not friends, just anybody. You want to connect with people who are like-minded, like, you know, that are supportive, that are going to build you up, who are high vibrational, higher frequency, people that add value to your life, people who share the same beliefs as well. And socialize more with them. So it's finding these connections, even if, I say all the time, Facebook groups are awesome places to start because you can basically look up what are your interests, what are your hobbies. You can even look up tarot if that interests you. You can look up, you know, Reiki. I mean, there's things out there like, for instance, like if you're coming off birth control, there's support groups for that. Like, literally, there's support groups for anything. Healing from broken hearts, like anything that you need support, join Facebook groups. That's just like one example. And find people. You'll find that when you're commenting on stuff, when you're posting stuff, you're going to make connections with these people and you're going to start communicating and being able to socialize more. You might even find that you live in the same area with these people. These are just ideas, but basically what it's saying is socialize. Or if you already have people in your life that mean a lot to you, that already do these things for you and serve this purpose, be around them more. So they're asking you to make healthy and supportive friendships, relationships, establish these connections. You said it gets harder to trust people. You feel impatient with yourself sometimes because of the long healing process. And that is exactly why this card came out, because it's stating that you need to be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover, okay? It's a long healing process, but you need to be gentle. Mushroom picking groups, that's so funny. Yeah, so what it's saying is find those people, connect with those people. Between these things, these are going to bring you closer to that loving head and heart space. And I think that's going to bring you closer to the love that you're looking for. It might actually even connect you, introduce you to that love that you're looking for. We also have to just know that obstacles and blocks are being lifted. So while you're being gentle with yourself, while you're making these connections, just know that you have a spiritual team that's working in the background, that's lifting these blocks, that's lifting these obstacles, that you're not alone. You're not doing this on your own. All of your good personal work and your positive energy shifts have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are being lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. So every single day, the advice here is to end the day with gratitude, even start your day with gratitude. Just one thing you're thankful for, and just every single day, just end your day in gratitude. And good things are just going to keep coming your way. So that's the advice that you have. I hope that this helped. You said it resonates so much. I'm so glad. Thank you for stopping by. I hope to see you back here again. All right, Sierra, that's fine. Emma Mila, I will do yours really quickly, okay? I can only do one question, though. You have 2 questions there. Which question do you want me to answer? Okay. Emma, are you and is it Iman? Are you long distance? Because the world card came up, and a lot of times they can indicate travel or like long distance relationships. So that was just curious. But when asking if you guys are gonna break up, the cards show that it's likely to happen. But and then it shows, it shows a rift. This is what I'll say. It shows a rift between the two of you. But it shows you guys trying to come back together and make it work. Oh, he is in another country. Okay, that's why. Okay, that's what I thought. So it shows an issue happening, like a rift coming between you, like maybe some kind of separation, but you guys really trying hard to make it work. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from something, withdrawing from something. But as you can see, even though that's what the card signifies, this person's trying to make it work. They're not going anywhere. They're not walking away. We also have triumph. We have where this person feels complete being with this person. This is the world card that I was talking about, which indicates that this person can be traveled or like far away at a distance. We also have the Cupid card, which is the Prince of Arrows, which indicates love to me. So, and then we have the underlying energy is that this relationship is going to be a lot of work. So, when asking if you guys are going to break up, the two cards coming out indicating yes indicates that there's a separation, but that you guys are coming back together after walking away and trying really hard to make it work. So I don't know how that resonates, but if there's any future breakups happening, that decision hasn't been made yet, or this is the future. You said we broke up before and back, but it's complicated. Yeah, I'm just showing that you guys continuing to keep trying to put a lot of effort into this relationship. Like the underlying energy is just a lot of work. Feeling maybe kind of restless, but mentally restless, but just trying to put a lot of energy into this, trying to make plans, things like that. I don't know. I would say I don't feel like it's the end for you guys if I'm going by what I'm feeling from this energy. It feels like, yeah, there could be a rift between you guys. You guys could be separated for a certain amount of time. You know, you guys could call it a breakup, but I don't think that I think that you guys would try to come back together and make it work. That's what I'm getting from this. This definitely indicates love to me. Absolutely. Triumph. This makes me feel like he feels like you complete him. So that's what I see for you, Emma. All right, we're going to move on to, you're welcome. Who was my donation? Sierra? You want to know what the Gemini's feelings are towards you? Okay. All right, guys, 14 minutes until donations are cut off if you want to guarantee a reading. I'll probably be signing off soon after that. Hang around for a little bit if you want a free reading. I might have a little bit of time to do a couple more, but I can't make any guarantees. All right, so for Sierra, we have, will he reach out? I believe he will. I asked for a yes or no, so it's very likely and favorable that he will be reaching out. We have the Knight of Swords. That indicates yes. This is also a sort of action. This is a sort of action, a card of action, a card of communication. This is someone who typically just is kind of hasty and doesn't really think before they act. They just kind of make a decision and just do it. So I would say that if this communication happens, which is very likely that it will, it's going to kind of probably happen out of nowhere. You won't be expecting it. I think this person's going to make this decision on a whim. So that is what I have for you as far as the communication goes. For the initial question that you had, the current feelings. The cards that came out, there are some things here indicating that that healing needs to be done. Not necessarily conflict. I mean, maybe, but more so healing. We have the Nine of Staves, which indicates wounds, scars, of course, metaphorically, maybe physically, but most likely metaphorically, emotionally, spiritually, that kind of thing. Things that we need to heal from. Maybe past resentments, past guilt, past shame with the Judgment card. Things that we need to try to heal and be able to move forward from. So these feelings from you make me feel like it's possible with these cards in this reading that there could have been the past with you that he needs to heal from. If not, if that doesn't sound right, if this is a new relationship and you guys don't actually have a history, then this means that there is something that he needs to heal from before he can move forward with you. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know if any of this is resonating, but it really is one or the other. And I'm going with he because I believe it's a he, but if I'm wrong, just let me know. As far as the feelings for you go, though, there are feelings there for sure. We have power, which is the Emperor. Yeah, it's new. Okay, so there's some needing to heal. Okay, just so you know, he's going to come into the relationship guarded. If you guys get together and have a relationship or form or start dating or whatever, he's going to come into the relationship guarded. So there's going to be some walls that need to be knocked down a bit. It's going to take a little bit of time to trust. So I just wanted to let you know that. As far as how he views you, I think that it's very possible that he views you as someone who he could have a very healthy, solid foundation with. That's very important in relationships, to feel like there's security, to feel like there's structure, to feel like there's something that you can really grow with this person. And that's how he views you as, I guess, a potential person that he would be with in a relationship. You bring balance. He views you as someone who's very balanced, and I think that that's really important too in a relationship, is to be able to feel like one person isn't doing everything, and that person actually is balanced within themselves and very controlled within themselves. So with the balance card, that's temperance. So I think that they view you as someone who's very patient, who does things in moderation. Just a very peaceful, calming presence. I think that they look at you as a new beginning because we have the Innocence card, which is the Fool card. This is about new beginnings. Maybe they view you as a bit of a free spirit or feel like the relationship could feel free and new and fresh, and that's very appealing to them. You said that They are a Gemini. So it's possible that you bring out the passion in them. Maybe when they think about you, it's possible, unless you are a fire sign, this could be you, possibly. But there's something here about passion and just emotional security and generosity and just wanting to like have like those feelings, but being a bit guarded here. I think there's a playfulness here to this connection. And good luck. The underlying energy here is the Wheel of Fortune. And that indicates good luck within the relationship, the connection between the two of you. Just all around good karma. I'm not seeing anything about romantic feelings yet. Just the potential of what the relationship could be. You do have fire in your chart. Okay. Yeah, because there's a lot of fire energy here. We have, what I could feel the passion, and that's very rare for me. Yeah, there's a lot of wand energy here, emotional and passionate energy, so that's possible. It's funny because we have the wands again. So the 9 of Wands, which is about being guarded again. So remember when I said that he is going to be, I think you said it's is it respect? I don't know if I'm saying that right. You're Gemini, very guarded, okay? So just be aware of that. That's not necessarily a bad thing as long as the walls, as long as the wands, all right, are knocked down little by little as time goes on. But we want to make sure that we're not holding on to that energy all throughout the duration of the relationship. So it's okay. Trust can be built, walls can be knocked down. That's not a problem, but it's just something to be aware of. I think that this person's a very slow moving energy with the Knight of Pentacles, okay? The Knight of Pentacles is just, I don't think they're going to show all their cards right up front. I don't think that they're going to feel like all the love right up front. They're probably going to feel emotions. They're probably going to feel very connected to you. They're probably going to feel very passionate, very excited. This is awesome. But I don't think that they're going to feel like all the like deep in love, loving feelings like right off the bat. You might feel your feelings quicker than they do because this is just a very slow moving suit. They want to be sure. They want to be ready and fully sure. But we have the World, and I do feel like this person feels like you could be their other half, that you could complete them. Um, you said you're just going to have to give them time. Yeah. Yeah, we'll come back around. You know, once the energy's changed in a little bit, once you guys have gotten to know each other more and get together more, once that communication has started up, and they've reached out to you, then I definitely think that things will start to evolve. But that's where it's at right now, but I don't think that's a bad thing. So that is what I have for you, Sierra. Since I kind of did 2 questions in one for you, I'm going to go ahead and skip the oracle card, okay? Do I have any more donations that came through before 9 o'clock? Okay. So, Peach, I'm going to go ahead and do yours since you're my moderator. Oh, Peach, thank you for donating. You didn't have to do that. Or, Peach, do you want to wait till the end? I'm going to do a couple yes-no questions. It's up to you. Are they on top? Okay, guys, I'm going to do like 3 yes-nos. So let's go ahead and get started really quickly. All right, Lala wants to know if she's going to get interviews this week. Lala get interviews. Is Gunner in the kennel? Whoa. All right, we got 2 cards. They both indicate it's very favorable for you, Lala, that you are going to get interviews this week. We have the Four of Wands and the Three of Cups. So this is indicating celebrations and happiness on all parts. So I don't ever go yes, no, I go favorable and likely. So I'm going to tell you that it's very favorable, very likely that that's going to happen. With the Four of Wands, we have celebration, happiness. With the Three of Wands, we have coming together, also celebrating. This can indicate groups, teamwork, friendships, just overall being in harmony. So it's just really good energy for you, especially surrounding career. So I would just say keep up that good vibe that you have going. Keep up that positive energy. You're welcome. There's something with the Three of Cups too, Lala, about creativity. So I don't know if that resonates or not, but for some reason that came through. So hi, Ashley. Thank you for coming to my channel. I'm sorry about your uncle. That's really sad. So I typically connect to spirit guides through tarot. I actually am not what you would consider a medium. I connect to energies and I connect to other people and I connect to my spirit guides to ask questions. But I personally have not connected to people who have passed on. So I don't know if I would be a good person to ask questions to. I'm sure if Spirit had an answer that maybe your uncle could communicate, I might be able to get some answers for you, but I would never want to be misleading. You're welcome, Sierra. All right, does anyone else have a yes/no question that they would like to ask? I can do like two more, and then I'm gonna close it out for my last donation, and then I'm gonna go. Okay, Peach, well, go ahead with your question, and I will close out my live with you tonight. see. Hello, Athena, how are you? Yeah, I'm closing out the list. Thanks for stopping by, though. I'll be back later on in the week. I just have to work tomorrow, or I'd hang a little longer. That one almost made me cry, Peach. I think that's what you're feeling like. I think that you're feeling like my eyes are watering a little bit. I feel like you're feeling poverty of the soul, right? Not I mean, maybe financially, but it's saying, Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you have made. Undo the vows of poverty and self-denial, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. So what it's saying is that any vows that you have tying yourself to poverty, soulful, spiritual, financial, any kind of lack that you feel that you have, right? Cut it. Envision all the ties that you have to feeling defeat, any ties that you feel to having a lacking mindset, to not having what it is that you want. Cut those ties. Like, visualize yourself cutting them away. Like, in any lifetime, in this lifetime, at any point, anywhere, you need to cut those, sever those vows of poverty, because you do not need to tie yourself to that. And what it's saying is, I think that some people marry themselves to poverty. They say, oh, I'm so poor. Oh, I this. Oh, I mean, I do too. Oh, I don't have money. Oh, I'm just like, I can't get ahead. I get this. And you keep just speaking those words. And you keep tying yourself to poverty. You keep saying these things. Stop saying those things. I know that how you feel is real and it's validated. And if you feel defeated with your life, that's how you feel. And you deserve to feel those feelings. But we don't want to stay there. So it's good that you're here and we're talking it through. So we also have do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray. You also have to take positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. So, call to action. So, if you feel like you're guided to do something, if you feel like all of a sudden an idea pops in your head, oh, this is a good idea. I should organize this area of my house, or I should make this plan, or do this list, or whatever it is that you're doing, it's saying or thinking, whenever you get those inspirations, it's saying to actually go through with them and actually do them. You're doing things to change, but nothing seems to work out. Okay, well, we're going to keep shuffling. We're going to keep going. Um, I don't really know what this is about. Maybe you do. But it says pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. That, to me, that kind of means fill your own cup up before you give it out to other people, right? Make sure that you are not giving from an empty cup. Make yourself your most important obligation by setting aside a portion of, what you have every time that so like, re-energize yourself. Set aside a portion for yourself, right? This loving form of self-care ensures that you will have what you need to invest in your present and your future. That goes for money. Every time you get paid, put some aside. That goes for energy. Every time you rest, keep some for yourself. Don't constantly be giving out more than what you have for your own self. I don't know what's going on, Paige. There's just this, like, they're hitting the nail on the head about saving. Saving, saving, saving. As you consistently save for your future is saved. Pay yourself first. Set stuff aside. Do for your future self a favor as you consistently set aside from the present. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. I don't know how this resonates, but there's a lot here about finances too. Maybe that's not even like your question. I know this is more about like your emotional and spiritual feelings probably. But there's a lot here about money. I mean, money is energy, so that could be why. All right, and then we have exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. The key to manifesting quickly. So this could be why it's not working. Oh, you're not working now due to coronavirus. Ew, gotcha. Oh my gosh. Man, it's kicking everyone's butt, isn't it? The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. So, in order to manifest well, you need to have high energy levels, high vibrations, basically be resonating on a high frequency. In order to do that, one really good way to get there is to exercise. So if you can choose a fun, meaningful activity that you look forward to, you'll exercise more, you'll be more inclined to do it, it will become its own reward, and therefore you will manifest easier. So you say that you're trying a lot and you feel like it's not really working for you. I'm wondering if maybe changing things up in that way will help you manifest easier and better. If you can find a way to maybe exercise or like do yoga or Pilates or something like that you would have a lot of fun doing. So yeah, there's a worry here and a concern about your finances. But there's also a worry and concern about your energy bank too. Depleting your energy levels. Okay. 3 other key things for you, Peach. Yeah, there's a concern for your energy. Clearing negativity, release negativity within or around you. A good thing, a good way that I do that, you can call upon your angels. You can sage. You can Palo Santo. I'm trying to like grab mine. um, there's a couple clearing crystals, right? So clearing negativity can also be organizing your space and creating a free flowing energy. Clearing negativity can be clearing out the people in your life that aren't adding value to your life. So, smoky quartz, clearing negativity. This is a block that you have, right? We also have charorite. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but we have spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, energetically. So when I said call upon your angels, call upon your spirit, things like that, you can also get crystals. Definitely use your sage, Peach. Open up that door and let that sage go. And set intention too. You know, you're clearing out the energy. Please remove any energy that does not belong here, that does not belong to me, that is not my own. Like, just whatever it is, please only bring in good, positive energy. Please, you know, only bring in energy that is of the highest good and the highest light. Like, whatever your mantra, whatever you want it to be, just only good things, right? And crystals are awesome. So, and typically what they say is that if you go to a crystal shop, you don't even have to know anything about them. You probably already have some knowing you, but if you don't, whatever crystals are calling to you, whatever stands out to you, you're just like, oh, I just can't keep my eyes off of this one. Like, that's the one that you need at that moment. Chances are you get the name of it, you go look it up, and it will be exactly what you needed. So get some crystals. Spiritual protection, they call it SA. So if you wear crystal jewelry, it's like that protection is like that armor, spiritually. So maybe you just need some crystals to help kind of guide you a little bit, give you that, you know, there's some amplifiers. Quartz is an amplifier. I don't know a ton about crystals, but there's some that actually give you protection. There's some that help, you know, you be able to speak how you want to speak, feel how you want to feel, um, put you in an energy. Maybe if you feel like you're feeling defeated or you're not in a good emotional headspace, there's crystals that will help you with that. So, those are some good things to think about. We also have make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. So, first thing I think of, face masks, bubble baths. Even if you do like a mani-pedi at home, um, you know, to me, like a great night at home is a face mask with a glass of wine and binging like a TV show and just lounging on my couch. Like, that may not be the most healthy thing to do, but it gets me out of my head. It lets me focus on something else other than my worries, and I feel relaxed and I feel disconnected from everybody else's energy, and I actually feel recharged so that way I can go back out there and help other people again in a few hours or the next day or whatever. So whatever that may be for you, do that. Um, so you're being called to action. You're being called to make time for self-care, to find your spiritual protection, call upon your angels, you know, crystals, whatever it may be. Maybe sage your house. Do whatever it is that you find to clear out that negativity, right? So those are just some pieces here for you, Peach. Just some things to maybe help guide you to hopefully putting you at least in a better headspace. And just my personal my personal guidance is always going to be meditation. Always, always, always. If you find a guided meditation or even just like a regular meditation and just lay there in your bed with the door shut and in the pitch black, that's fine. And just lay there and just breathe and just try not to think about anything else except for being there in that moment and focusing on your breath. And before you know it, 30 minutes are going to go by, but you have just raised your vibration, you have just relaxed, and you will just feel so much better. So I just feel like meditation is always beneficial. So that's my advice to you, Peach, that little last bit. And I hope that that was helpful. You're welcome. I hope that you start feeling better. Oh, also, Peach, another one, another advice from me to you, just my personal experience, is 432 hertz music. So you can go on YouTube and just type in 432 HZ, like H is in Henry, Z is in zebra music. And there's so much stuff like for healing the heart, for, higher vibrations, and they have ones for different chakras that need like release and like openings of different have different blockages. There's just like a bunch of different ones, and like people will literally make them and they will be like, some of them are 8, 9, 10 hours long, and you can just listen to those and they will just change your life. So 432 hertz music, that's where it's at. It's the kind of stuff that when you go get a massage somewhere that you're listening to, like the spa kind of music. It's just so relaxing. I just mixed my two decks together on accident. Okay. Oh, Gloria, hey. I will be back probably this weekend. I'm thinking Saturday because Friday I got some plans. So I should be back Saturday. I'm so sorry. I gotta get going though because I still have to shower and eat dinner, and like I was telling everybody, I have work in the morning. Alright guys, you are welcome. Well, thank you everyone for donating tonight. Thank you for subscribing, for any newcomers, for all of my return subscribers. Thanks for coming back. You guys are awesome.